Why do so few people in our Congress speak out in support of people against whom genocide is being committed, against whom the most horrible situation? This is like the way the United States reacted when it first became clear back in the 40s what was happening to Jewish citizens in certain cities in Europe. And nobody did anything. Remember what Pastor Niemöller said, I didn't say anything when they came for the trade unionists and the liberals and the communists and the Jews, and they finally came for me, and there was nobody left to speak out, right? But here we are. I mean, damn it, 80 years later, and we don't have the decency that the Congress, I'm not talking about you, Truth Seeker, or me, I'm talking about the Congress of the United States, both houses of Congress. What, does AIPAC own them? They can't make a statement based on morality and justice and decency. They can't say something like, yeah, we support the state of Israel as a political entity, but we do not support what is going on in the occupied territories and Gaza. As a matter of fact, we condemn it. No. We can't do that. Of course not. And why not? What the hell has happened to this country that the Israeli lobby is so powerful that it has emasculated our lawmaking branch of government? How did that happen? How did that happen? I have gotten dozens, scores of emails over this week from people who say they're thanking me for speaking out. That's what they say, for speaking out about this issue. I have never heard anyone in American media say what you've been saying, Malloy. And that that embarrasses me. That makes me ashamed. Because I know that's true. There are very few people in any form of media, I don't care what it is, who will say, no, damn it, this is not right. No, what do we do in this country? We line up with these cheesy, cheap, immoral, unjust resolutions. 390 to 5. And 2 of those 5 were from the Minnesota delegation. Representatives Keith Ellison and Betty McCollum. Who voted present. Betty McCollum from Minnesota, was among 22 legislators who refrained from voting. She said the resolution, quote, justifies Israel's bombardment of the citizens of Gaza, sanctions the incursion of Israeli troops into Gaza to clear this occupied territory of Hamas fighters regardless of the human cost, and the resolution calls for, quote, supporting the Israeli-Palestinian peace process while innocent Palestinian women or children are being killed in Gaza. She goes on to say this resolution strongly and justifiably condemns Hamas. I disagree with you there, Representative McCollum, but let's go on with your statement. Quote, but the resolution's intent and substance are void of any relation to the hellish reality that is being inflicted on the citizens of Gaza right now, or the deprivation inflicted upon Gaza's families by Israel's harsh denial of food, medicine, and fuel over the past year, end quote. And Keith Ellison, who is Muslim, acknowledged that he was torn, his word, torn about voting. He supports Israel's right to defend itself. But he also said that the resolution barely mentions the human suffering of the Palestinians in Gaza. 4 Democrats voted against the resolution. Maxine Waters, Dennis Kucinich, Wisconsin's Gwen Moore, and West Virginia's Nick Rahal. And 1 Republican, Ron Paul of Texas. Well, I think the people in Minnesota should be absolutely proud of the fact that you have 2 members of your delegation who said no. I'm not going to vote for it. And not to minimize their present vote, but they did vote present instead of voting no. I don't support this. I don't know. Nobody speaks out for the Palestinians in the U.S. Congress. Nobody. Nobody.